Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And the content that we're going to talk about tonight is about a promise that I made you and the promise that I made gun controllers. I promised you guys that I would come out once we knew the details of the Kansas City Super Bowl shooting because something didn't quite add up right off the rip. And then I promised gun controllers in tweets that I'm going to show you with timestamps that I was going to nuke them from orbit from my channel with a video showing everything that they lied about, that they propagated false narratives about to get political points for their gun control narrative and agenda in a disgusting manner and profanity-laden tirades on Twitter. We're about to do it right now. Everything is linked in the description box below. Promises made, promises kept. And of course, if you guys like this content, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on because we aren't going to take this anymore. That's just as simple as it is. And the content is possible today from our sponsor, American Hartford Gold. I'm going to say a quick word and then we're gonna light it up. And the content today is brought to you by American Hartford Gold. And brothers and sisters, with everything popping off around the world, wars cracking off, we've got inflation issues, we've got stock market volatility, we have cash concerns, we have oil concerns. It's a good time to take a look and at least know your options with American Hartford Gold. They are dedicated to offering gold, silver, platinum coins and bars for your investing needs. Whether you want to do it delivered to your door or you want an IRA, Roth IRA, 401k, TSP, they've got options. This is something you guys should check out. At American Hartford Gold, they aim to educate clients about investments in the precious metal industry, strive to provide unparalleled customer service built on trust, integrity, and absolute transparency, while holding a goal of achieving 100% customer satisfaction. Click the link in the description or call 844-727-3199. That's 844-727-3199 or text Langley to 65532. Again, that's 844-727-3199 or text Langley to 65532. All right, my beautiful people, let me take you back 23 hours ago because 23 hours ago, we were dealing with a horrible incident that happened to a lot of innocent people, and we had a lot of questions. I didn't stop the left from going out on their full-on emotional tirades, blaming guns, blaming the Second Amendment, blaming the founders, blaming you, blaming anybody in the world, anybody that'll listen to get the emotional out on Twitter. And the news and the media, and they're all really quick to say the problem is our gun rights. Well, I made this promise, and I'm only showing you this because, like I said, promises made, promises kept. I would just like to say now, the leftist gun controllers love to race to virtue signal anytime a shooting happens. I have a sneaky suspicion with early reports that they're going to be disappointed when more details emerge. I promise I'll make a video when I do. Here's one I sent to Giffords.org, same premise, and here's one that I sent just in general to another gun controller. Yeah, I felt it was pretty good. That time is now. Let's get it. It turns out that it wasn't a mass shooting. It wasn't what the media lined up and maligned all gun owners in the world around. Turns out it was good old-fashioned, uncomfortable criminal behavior from juveniles who had prohibited weapons and were in an altercation shooting at each other indiscriminately and hitting innocent bystanders. That's a little bit different. I wonder if the Twitterazzi gets out and says, I was wrong. I was incorrect with my tweets. Do you think that's going to happen? Do you think the media is going to retract any of the things they said about the Second Amendment? Yeah, I don't think so either. But let's go ahead for the sake of, doing this to them. Hit it.
I want to stress that preliminary investigative findings have shown there was no nexus to terrorism or homegrown violent extremism. This appeared to be a dispute between several people that ended in gunfire.
A dispute amongst several people that ended in gunfire. Not connected to homegrown terrorism. Not connected to any type of national nexus of extremism. Well, that's pretty much all the checklist of what the media was telling us it was, because, you can't go to a Super Bowl parade without having some sort of horrible incident. It turns out you can't go to a Super Bowl parade where you don't have a bunch of young juvenile thugs who are armed illegally, have an altercation and start shooting at each other indiscriminately, hitting men, women, and children and killing a mother of two. You start talking to me about that and we'll have a conversation, gun controllers. I'm not going to have a conversation around gun rights and how gun rights are causing all these problems when you can't even acknowledge that you were A, wrong, and B, look like an idiot, and C, can't even acknowledge that this is obviously a problem because now this story's going to poof magic dragon this. It's going away. You'll never see it again soon. I promise you that. But one more thing for you. This is something else that they said. If you didn't know that there were multiple people, here's another sign of what's going on. Check this out.
As mentioned yesterday, we have subjects detained, 2 of which are juveniles. We are working to determine the involvement of others. And it should be noted we have recovered several firearms.
Okay. You've arrested 2 juveniles. We'll get to that in a second. There are others that were present that you're looking for. There were more guns on the ground that you found, multiple weapons. And you can say it's nothing other than an altercation and a dispute that ended in gunfire. Anybody else see what this is? What this is 2 groups of people, all of who are armed, all of who are armed illegally, all of who were juveniles, started popping off at each other. They dropped the guns at the scene and they ran and bolted. One of the guys got tackled. This is not difficult to understand what just happened. But, like I said, you're not going to hear the gun control advocates like Davey Hogg get out there. No, he's too busy making AI robocalls with voices of dead students. That's not creepy and weird. This is something that we can't accept anymore. And this is honestly my stance on this. You will not castigate an entire group of people based off of their belief in their rights, which are their rights, based off of criminal behavior, and you can't even have the decency to circle back around and go, okay, we were wrong on this one. You're wrong on a lot of them, and we will be right here to tell you you're wrong every single time. This is what just happened. And by the way, you want to know what it looks like when you have a mayor who advocated for gun control and made it all about guns, and then he gets caught in this kind of thing? This is the face where it all blows back on you. That guy on the left in the blue, yeah, that's the mayor of Kansas City, Missouri. That's not the face of I was right. Now, wrapping this up, we are going to continue to cover this as much as we can as more and more details emerge. Right now, there have been no charges whatsoever. But I still put my flag pretty firmly in the whole Twitterazzi that gets out there and starts calling you guys names. You're not alone. We are not going to ask for forgiveness for our gun rights. But we're sure as heck going to expect you to at least back up your claims or don't do them. Don't do your emotionally laden, profanity-laden tirades on Twitter for virtue signal points. Hey, Giffords.org, waiting for your statement. March for our lives, every town for gun safety. Moms demand action. Shannon, I'm still bummed out you blocked me, by the way. Where's that? Because when that happens, you guys make sure and tell me, because I will absolutely cover it and I will give them the props. But I'm not going to hold my breath because I might die. And that's what I've got for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.